Hello, I'm Dr. George Mochocki, and and this is a series in Principles of Marketing. We're going to be looking at it from the perspective of a retailer and a wholesaler. How do they market their services to either other channel members or to the ultimate consumer? Okay, so let's just talk real general, just give a quick overview of retailing. So I'm going to go use my concept maps. You'll print them out. Those are available. Let me just make these a little bit bigger for you so you could see it. And remember, this is just a quick overview. We discussed this in our discussion board, and you read the supplemental information. So retailing, quick information, any activity, selling product or service to the final customer. You're the end of the logistic chain for a business or non-business use. Now, the different types of retailers we have there are businesses whose sales come from retailing. That's all they do, retailing. They may ship some out, not because of COVID-19. Some of the retailers have to look at some kind of extending the distribution channel, because most of their customers and clients would come to the face-to-face facility. Now the customers want to go online and they want that product shipped to them. So they're kind of like an extension of the logistic, which is very interesting. You can see how the logistic and retailers have to adjust. And if you look at Costco's and Sam's, they're basically a retailer and a wholesale combined. So they're using the economies of scale, buying by larger things, giving that atmosphere and everything of marketing, where consumers think they're getting the best deal. And in a lot of cases they are, but they have to buy by bulk. And after a while, they also have business-to-business interaction as a wholesaler. Okay, and then now shopping marketing is the entire process turning shoppers into buyers. Remember the whole thing, I get into my store, either online or face-to-face. How do I market or promote them to buy my product? From a point of sale, you're in the store, online, or mobile shopping. And you're going to see where they have the Omni channel, where you have to have all online, face-to-face, all that interaction, because we have our smartphone, which is like a mini computer, so the customer has a choice and a good decision-making, get information that they're looking at. So the wholesaler, retailer has to provide information to the customer on that, okay? And that's what the Omni channel does right here. It basically creates a seamless channel and integrates it in the store. And if you look at this, when you look at this, you have different channels and everything on that. Now we're going to be talking about the types of retailer you'll run into, or the types of issues. The author had a nice thing, which is a major type of retail organization, and they broke it down to amount of service classification, product line. Remember, the marketing, the 4 Ps. And a part of the marketing integrated a marketing plan, you have to look at, for lack of better words, product mix and product lines. Now, the same concept goes where retailers are going to be positioning that. When you go into a store, you're looking at the product mix. There's a different product lines into that store. Now that store has a certain category, certain type of a brand, a certain products or services it's providing to its clientele. So within a retail area, location, it has to look at other retailers so it complements each other, okay? And so you have the different self-service classifications, limited service, full service. These are all easy, and this all falls into different types of classifications of a retailer. Specialty store, department store, convenience store, superstore, category store. Some of them are, Walmart is trying to do it all one-stop shopping. They still have some of those larger stores, but it doesn't seem, people say, hey, if I want to come into this, I want to be more specific and have a bigger selection. But that is a different model. And and they market to a different segment that is more receptive to that type of store setup. Okay, and then it's set up by discount stores, off the price retailer, factory outlets, warehouse clubs. So if I'm looking at all this, they are all trying to get a certain niche and provide a certain value, and they have to market themselves to a different type of clientele. Some of them are marketing themselves to business clientele, and others to business to customers. So now, but some are combining them all together. So they're trying to do like find that right mixture of how do I service and add value to the ultimate consumer or client that I am providing service to. Okay, and then you have the organizational approach. You have, let's see, relative to organizational, you have corporate chains, two or more. You have voluntary chains, wholesale sponsored, independent retailer. You have retail cooperative. Now, all this we discussed is just, remember, this is principles of marketing. I just want you to understand there's more to marketing than what people think. Everything's involved, everything's positioned, everything's branding, everything's looking at the customer and how does he or she perceive me, or how does institutional buyer customers perceive me as part of their channel mix, either as a retailer or wholesaler. Okay, making retail marketing decision. You have product variables. What do I carry? What do I come? You have to look at the pricing, and we talked about the different series about the whole price. I'm not going to go into it, but everything else, even from the retailer, is shows you the image of the store. Remember, like I said, I walk into a store and I pick up a few items. I could tell if it's a high end or low end. Plus the atmosphere, how the store's set up. All this is marketing, subliminally giving me messages that I'm picking up, and I don't realize that these messages are telling me this is the information that I need. Okay? And a promotional decision, where do I advertise, personal selling, sales promotional, public relations, direct marketing, exactly. All these are just, so if I look at retail and wholesalers, they're basically doing the same thing that you're doing as an individual store. And they may do it as a cooperative, or they may do it independently, but they have to be able to position their ultimate customer. Some of them are the consumers, other of them are other businesses, but I still have to market. I have to understand my business-to-business customers, their clients, better than they do, because I'm a resource. And because I understand what they need, I'll be able to supply it to them if I'm a wholesaler on that. Okay, and place decision, central business district. This is where the retailers are open up. What's convenient for the customer? With the COVID-19, people like one-stop shopping, go to one area, but not in one, like a mall setting, like a leisure setting. So I could go different, so I could park my car, walk over here, where I have the flexibility to come in and go in and be very specific, and I save the time, and I'm in it's a different buying. It's not out. You're in the city, it's a different urban buying. You're in the rural, it's a different buying setup. What works well for your customers that they feel comfortable coming in. Remember, I want to turn a shopper into a buyer buying something. Okay, retail trends and development. I'm trying to get this under, tighter consumer spending. That kind of makes sense. Value position. How do I position myself over other things? Shorten retail life cycle. Remember, when I look at the life cycle, it used to be longer. Now it's getting shorter because people want newer things, more flexible things. And plus, some of the quality isn't really in there. Retail covariance, arrays of multi. So this one's pretty good. If I look at this, involves a rational mass merchandise and specialty stores, formation of vertical marketing up and down, and superior information system buying power, larger selection. I would kind of call like Amazon or maybe Walmart for that, even Target, some of those superstores. Growing importance of retail technology. Like it or not, you can't get away without technology. Our customers have the technology. We have the technology. So when the customer's in the area and they, I know their location, I can say, hey, there's a sale coming in one time within the next half an hour coming in here. I motivate them. So technology and the retailer and the wholesaler is all there. When the store and the retail needs merchandising, they don't have to call in. It's already a point of purchase. Says, hey, we sold this item. We need a replacement at this cost and this. And there's some decision, and there's some just automatic buying decision. Okay? And then we can't forget green retailing. Everybody's green for like, I'm green too, the dollar. I'm just kidding. Okay, so environmentally sustainable product. Store design looks like it's environmental. Product assortment, so you have LED lights, you have everything else that makes it look like you are concerned about the environment. A lot of small businesses are. Medium ones, they are, because this is what the public wants, and it's part of the marketing. So I give that image that I am concerned about the environment. I'm basically maybe more concerned about my stockholders, but that's okay, the perception. Marketing's all perception. So retailers have to have that perception, remember, to the ultimate. And same thing with wholesalers. They're marketing their business or their industry to other people. And then global. And global is like everything else. Although 8 of the world's top 20 retailers are U.S. companies, only 4 of these have set up outside North America. Walmart, Home Depot, Costco, and Best Buy. Now, if I look at Walmart, Walmart's out there, but they're not that successful because they don't want to adjust too much on how their model works. And some of the buying habits that we as Americans are used to may not work in Europe, may not work in China, may not work in other countries. So that's where they're having a little bit of disconnect. The online's working okay, but it's just the face-to-face stores. Okay, so he's taking care of everything on the retailing side. Now let's talk about wholesaling. What's wholesaling is basically all activity involved in selling goods and services to those buying for resale. All of the, warehousing, bulk breaking, finance, they either pick up some of the costs or they don't charge you till you're ready to sell. And it's all the agreements, terms and conditions on that. And selling, promoting, they want their name on there. They help the retailer to sell and promote. They have different assortments and buying assortment buildings to take care of the retail customers who are utilizing them. Look at Costco's and Sam's. Sam's usually has in the morning. You can come there. You have a lot of businesses picking up stuff, and then after 10 o'clock is when you have the regular retail customers, for lack of a better word. Transportation, they provide the transportation at a cost. If you buy from them, it may be shipping free. Just look at the same thing for Amazon. If I buy on Amazon Prime, the shipping is free. If I go someplace else, I got to pay for some of the shipping. And some of them play games. They say it's not shipping, it's handling charge. What the hell is a handling charge? It's the same amount as being shipping. It's just that marketing. They change it around so the perception is a little different. And then financing. In financing, they may finance some of the goods to the retailer before they could sell it. Because some of the smaller businesses, they have to buy the goods first and then basically sell it and to recoup it. And that means you got to take a loan out or something. They may have the short-term loans already set up as a wholesaler to help the retailers. Or to give them trade discounts or everything, or different things. And type of wholesalers, you have merchant wholesaler, brokers and agents. They don't take any possession of anything. They're just like, if I look like a realtor or a car dealer, manufacturer, realtor's branches office. It's just a different extension. They already got a branch office. Let's see if we could sell or anything else through online or have some facility that's out there. Okay, and then wholesale marketing decisions. Again, marketing mix. You got to see how they fit into the mix of the retailers, because if the retailer is carrying a high-end product, the wholesaler should have the high-end product at least available to them and give them some option. And then here's the whole strategies, and it kind of works like. And I have that in here, segmenting the markets. And when I'm segmenting the market, I'm segmenting retailer stores, which is basically a segmentation of the consumer market. So I just, again, certain niches. What stores am I go? The larger ones, the mediums, the mom and pop, the specialty, the convenience stores, everything we talked about that, okay? And then we're almost done here, 13 minutes. And then the new trends, again, need for more efficiency because customers want lower prices and effectiveness, increasing customer demand for services. And when they're talking about this as wholesalers, what the retailers are asking the wholesale, we want more. We want job rackers. You come in here, you got this automatically, I need the material. I don't need to call in. Next day, I want my shelves always full, at least to 75% capacity. Get rid of the old stuff, do the front and everything else, shelving, so I don't have to have that, but your product's up there, and here's the area you're responsible for. Okay? Now, the thing that you have to look at, the wholesaler, everything else, because of the supply chain that's been messing up, and everything else is all global. So a lot of these wholesalers and warehouses have to carry more inventory, or they have to change their logistic plans so they're closer to the manufacturing, or open up or make new alliances with some manufacturers that they'll do the warehousing or wholesaling for that. You do your business, but then when we sell to the retailer, you ship directly from the manufacturer facility. That saves me the cost. If there's any kind of return, it comes to me, not to the manufacturer. All right, so I think I have everything else. So if I'm looking at this, I know it's a lot of information. I've been kind of talking, skimming through it. It's just a refresher for a lot of people that if you've taken me. So we have everything else. So I think we're good now. And then I'll see you on the next. Oh, sorry, I got a view. I just want to end this. So, those of you who are taking me for expand level 1, there we go. All right, so here we have. We talked about retailer types of retailers. Retailer marketing decision, and everything else that you've learned in marketing, the piece, everything else, is now you just have to look at it from the perspective of a wholesaler retailer, how they position their store. They are part of the chain. How do customers come in? They feel comfortable. They have people that resemble them. They have people that have the same likes or culture, or the store has the same kind of attractiveness, color, or music for that market. Okay? And now I'm a wholesaler and I have to kind of mirror that or understand their customers, so I'm supplying them with the products to satisfy their ultimate consumer. And I get that through historical. The thing that's a little harder is a brand new business. I got to do a little forecasting. Not sure how that business will do, but I have a better idea than that retailer because I'm an expert, because I have other stores that are similar in different areas, so I could assist them to information and helping them through management as a wholesaler. All right, that's it. I'm Dr. George Mochocki. I hope you enjoyed this. There's a lot of information. If anything you get out of this, look at the vocab and look at the concept, and then you could also look it up or find out other things, look at other YouTube, and get information. So when you're looking at this, you're looking at part of the whole supply and logistics chain from a retailer and a wholesaler's perspective. Thank you very much. Bye.